My stupid simple one candle scalping strategy consistently gives me wins like this, and this every single day. And it's a trade setup that's so easy that even beginners will be able to use it by the time this video is done. I'm gonna give you the full strategy, show you my verified live results and back tests on multiple platforms, and then show you all my live trade examples. Now, I don't promise or guarantee any results come from this strategy, but I do believe this works, and I think my 16 years of trading experience can certainly help you in your journey to become a profitable trader. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So here are my results on a fresh live trading account using this stupid simple scalping strategy. It's a small sample size, but the gain here is incredibly impressive. Just 3 trading days, all in green. And this is the same verified live account as you can see on my FX book. If I scroll down, I can take you to every single one of those live trades, which I'll be showing you later in the video. But it's important to say this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. These are just my results, which have come from 16 years of experience and being able to simplify my trading approach to be consistent in the markets. Now, I want to help you be able to do the same thing, so let's jump right into the strategy. This all starts with one candle, and it's stupid simple. This is the first 4-hour candle of the day. Starting at 1 a.m., this candle goes down, it goes up, and eventually it finishes at 5 a.m. right here. So whenever you get out of bed, 6, 7, 8, 9 a.m., you can mark up the top of the range at the top wick and the bottom of the range at the bottom wick. This area then becomes our trading range, and we could come down to the 5-minute time frame. If you're in TradingView right now, come to the bottom right. Just make sure your time zone is UTC -4 New York, so it's the exact same as mine. And I also want to let you know this strategy works on Forex, crypto, indices, gold. I use it on everything. Once you come to that 5-minute time frame, we're looking at phase 1 accumulation. Price is trading within a tight range. Then we go to phase 2 manipulation. Price breaks outside of that range, faking out the majority of traders and taking liquidity. Then our third phase is distribution. Price re-enters the range and expands into the direction it was meant to, smashing the take profit. And the same thing happens on sell trades. The first phase is the accumulation, then we get the manipulation, then we re-enter the range, we get our distribution phase right here, where price continues in the direction it was supposed to continue in and smash the take profit. Now let's take this to the charts. All right, so step 1, we're on the 4-hour time frame here. We're just looking at that candle, that 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. 4-hour candle. And you could just mark this candle whenever you wake up. We're just marking the top of the 4-hour right here and the bottom of the 4-hour right here. That's our range high and our range low for the day. Then we're just coming to that 5-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, you can see we've been in our accumulation phase. And as we play this out, we go into the manipulation phase, right? That's when the price comes outside of the level, right? You can see that's our manipulation. The markets are taking liquidity and they are faking out traders. Then we're just waiting for price to close back inside the range, just like that. We go long on the close of the candle. We put our stop loss below these candles right here. You can set your take profit to 2%, or hey, you could look to target a fair value gap like we have right here, or you could even target the top of the range depending on how confident you are in the trading position. Then you can play that trade out and you could see it will eventually go up and smash your take profit. Now, after that take profit, you could see candles are starting to come out the bottom and manipulate again. But I don't trade these because I want to see at least 3 or 4 candles of manipulation below or above the range. Now, even if I did go long here, we could have easily had a 1-to-1 trade, so it would have been a winner on a 1-to-1. But let's continue to play it out and see if there is another opportunity. And you can see right here, we do get the candles coming outside of the zone. We've got at least 3 candles right here. I feel better about that. So let's continue to play this out and see if we could get a candle back inside the zone. And we do get a candle right there. So I would enter my long position on this candle right here. I would put my stop loss below this recent wick right there, and I could target just 2%, right? 2% right here as the top of the range. And let's go ahead and play that out to see how it went, smashing the take profit almost immediately. Now you may be saying to yourself, this is too simple, and that's a good thing. You want your trading strategies to be simple. And if we go into my backtest data right here, you can see I backtested this over 111 recent trades and have a win rate of 68.47%. Now, obviously, I'm using my experience and discretion in these trades. So let me show you some of my backtest examples on Forex and on gold, and then we'll get into the live trades. Now let's get into some gold backtesting. Everyone knows I love trading gold. I had 2 huge wins in my gold VIP room yesterday, but this one's a little bit different here. Let's see if we could get the range set. You can see we're watching that 4-hour candle right there, and we're waiting for it to close. So we get the close right there. We mark the candle top. We mark the candle bottom right there, and you could do this when you wake up, whenever it is you wake up in the morning. And for clarification purposes, it is the first 4-hour candle of the day. So this 4-hour candle on gold starts at 2 a.m. instead of 1 a.m., and then it's finished at 6 a.m. Then we come to the 5-minute time frame, and what's our first phase? You know what it is. It's accumulation, right? Price is accumulating. And we are just waiting to see if we could get that manipulation, right? We want to see the price come out the top or the bottom. Boom, we get our manipulation right there. That's the fake out. And then we've got a nice red candle right there back into the range. So we go short on that candle right there. I put my stop loss just above these wicks. I can target this area of resistance right there, used as support before, or I could go right down to the bottom of the zone right there, targeting this level of resistance right here. And we got balls, so let's play that thing out and smash the take profit right there. And now let's continue on, right? Now price is back up again. We accumulated. We are back into manipulation right there. You can see price came out the top. Will it re-enter our zone and give us another opportunity? Let's see if we could get another trading opportunity here as price comes closer to our zone. And so this is some huge manipulation up here. Enter the trade as we re-enter the zone right there. Put our stop loss above this wick right here. So it's not a great risk reward ratio. You can target that same level down here, or maybe the fair value gap that you see right here. But we want a risk reward ratio better than 0.86, so we're going to target right down there. Price hit it before, it could definitely hit it again, and there it goes in my direction, smashing the take profit all the way over here and pushing down even further. Very, very nice. Now I'm going to show you just 1 or 2 more examples on Forex, and then I'll get into my live trades, showing you a couple extra confluences I use to get my win rate even higher using this stupid simple 1 candle scalping strategy. Okay, here we are on Euro US dollar right here. We're just waiting for that candle to close, right? That's all we want, that 4-hour candle right there, big candle this time, and it closed right there. You can see it's the 1 a.m. candle, right? 1 a.m. to what? 5 a.m. So wake up at 5, wake up at 6, wake up at 9. I don't care. Just mark up your range top, your range bottom. Come to the 5-minute time frame. Phase 1 is our accumulation phase. Then we're looking for the manipulation phase, and we have it right there, right? Price is outside. It is manipulating. It is faking out, and we just want it to come back into the zone right there. And I'm going to target about 2%. You could also target this fair value gap that we have right there. Price loves to pull 2 fair value gaps, and then play that trade out, and you can see very, very nice trade. Come on, come on. Smash the take profit right there perfectly. Now that's an absolutely perfect profit. As you can see right there, we come back outside of the zone right here, but generally I like it when I get some candles, so I didn't take that one. And then we come out of the zone again, just a couple of candles, so I didn't really take that one. And I think that was all the trades we had on this day. So I know the main reason you're here is to watch my live scalping trades, to see exactly how I was able to generate these results and get those extra simple confluences I use to feel confident in every single trade. But before I show you those live trades, if you're looking for a place to trade, I recommend the AAAFX broker. That's who I'm trading with right now. The spreads are low, the commissions are low. It's simply my favorite brokerage, and the link is in the video description. Registration's absolutely free. Let's get into the live trades. All right, let's jump right in here. Live trade number 1, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. I'm looking at that 4-hour candle. I'm waking up around 6 a.m. I'm marking the top of the range. I'm marking the bottom of the range, and I'm jumping to the 5-minute time frame. So you could see here, phase 1, we're in accumulation. We're waiting for phase 2, that's manipulation. You could see prices pushing up, and eventually it comes out the top of the range. That's the manipulation that we are looking for, and re-enters the bottom of the range right here. So I went short at this level, and if you look to your left over here, I had a fair value gap on this candle. That means this candle right here did not fill the area, and this candle right here didn't fill the area, creating a fair value gap, an area of imbalance. So that's the level I decided to target on this trading position, with my stop loss just above the wick right about here. And as an additional confluence, I did use a trend line off of this wick right here. Once I got that break, I felt really good about this trading position, went in my direction, came back a little bit right here before inevitably coming to that fair value gap and smashing my take profit. Let's quickly jump into live trade number 2, show you a loss. This did not go my way. You could see we had our accumulation phase right here. We had the manipulation right there. Broke back into the range, broke through my trend line. I felt really good about this one, but it went against me. Smashed my stop loss right there. But now look, if I pull this thing over a little bit, let's play this out a bit further. You could see I would have actually hit my take profit right there. Maybe my stop loss was a little too tight. It was only 3.8 pips. Maybe I should have had it at about 5 pips. You're not going to win every single trade that you place, but it's good to have additional confluences to help you win more trades, whether that's trend lines or higher time frame analysis. Let me show you in the next trade. So for trade 3, I switched to the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Looking at this 4-hour time frame right here, pushed down, a huge move, and around 6 a.m. again, I marked the top of the range right there, marked the bottom of the range right here. That's my trading range for the day. I come to the 5-minute time frame, and I remember this trade very, very well. Look, we had the accumulation right here. We had this huge drop right there, so I definitely wanted to get in on buys because I felt like we had some real price exhaustion on this move down. So at that point, I'm waiting for the manipulation. We don't get it there, right? We don't get the manipulation there. We get a bit of a rejection. I didn't really feel like this was the manipulation either, so I waited a little bit longer, and at this point, I felt pretty good about it. But as an additional confluence here, I was using a trend line right there, and I wanted to see that trend line break before I got in. Now, obviously, I could have got in right there. We entered the range. Maybe it would have been a banger trade, but on the live trades, you want to have a little bit more of a reason to take that trade. So as I tighten this trend line up just a little bit right there, you could see we broke through the trend line right there. I decided this is where I wanted to go long, set my stop loss below these candles here, and I targeted this area right here, about 18.4 pips. My stop loss was a little tighter right there. It was closer to a risk-reward ratio of 2%. So after that manipulation, what comes next? The distribution. I felt pretty good about this trade. It did range for a while, almost hit my take profit earlier, came back, used that level as support again. Damn, how long did this trade take to go and hit my take profit? There it goes, smashing my take profit right there. Good 1 to 2 risk reward ratio and a solid position. Look, the top of the range was all the way up here. We weren't going to get up there. For my last trade here, trade number 4, my best trade, I actually started this on the daily time frame. You could see we had a level of strong resistance right here, very clear. Use this area as support here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. I'm expecting the price to come to resistance and then shoot down again. So on the 4-hour time frame, what am I doing? I'm watching that candle open. I'm waiting for it to close, right? That gives me my range high and my range low. Let's jump to the 5-minute time frame. This big blue box here is the daily resistance. I'm going to remove that, but just know it's there. We have our accumulation phase, don't we, right? And we're waiting for manipulation. Look, there is the manipulation, right? Price is coming out the top of our range right there. And we want it to come back into the range, right? Come back in. Give me a trading opportunity. There it is. Phase 2 manipulation complete. Fake out all those dumb traders. Then I'm looking to go short right here. Now remember, we had that daily resistance just like this right here, so we feel really good about sells. So I took this trade all the way outside of the range. Put my stop loss above the wicks right here. And for extra confluence, I had a trend line that was set up right about here off of this wick right there. Not perfect, but had 1, 2, and then the break right there. And that break coincides with the distribution. And then I was into the trading position. Look at this one. Smash my take profit. Went down even further. That was my best trade of the week on GU there for over 11K. If you have any questions about the strategy, leave a comment now, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Please join my VIP trading room or my free trading room. Links to both of those are in the video description. Definitely watch this video right here, or definitely watch this video right here, and I'll be back next week. Much love.